Hello, welcome back to the Crimea River podcast. Podcast for wrestling fans, by wrestling fans. As always, I am the one and only Big Daddy, and you are.
James.
Why you gotta say it? Why you gotta say it like you on one of them little recordings, like on the voice message?
Alright. Would you prefer me to say Slam Master J on the track?
Slam Master J. There's a name I haven't heard for a while. You know he's a CO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot whose son he was, but you know his dad. You know his dad, and I can't remember, but his dad is famous in the wrestling world. I can't remember who he is.
It's crazy though. You go from being part of Crime Time to being
Well, actually, going from being part of Jesse and Festus to being part of Crime Time to being Slam Master to I don't know. Anyway,
well, Slam Master J was supposed to be part of Crime.
yeah, I know.
All right, I'm gonna stop now.
Okay, anyway. But in the words of Taz, but we digress. Anyway, we love Taz. All right, so we're here to cover the shows. Get to some things about this PLE. These 5 matches are killing me, bro. I don't know why you can't have more people defend the belts if you only got 5 matches on the pay-per-view. That's not making a lot of sense to me.
See, I'm not necessarily into that myself. I feel like you need. I don't know. I personally am a fan of more matches. I like lengthier pay-per-views, but that's just me. Excuse me, premium live events.
Yeah, I think we can be served pretty well by a longer pay-per-view. I mean, it doesn't have to be 7 hours, but this one was, I think the last one was under 3, wasn't it? It was like 2:53. And this one wasn't really long either. I mean, it had some good matches on it, but so far as the pay-per-view itself, 5 matches. That's apparently the model. That's what they're looking for now, is these 5 matches. And I just think that of all the people you have on a roster, that's just sad.
Yeah. I don't like necessarily where that's the direction that's trending in either, personally.
Yeah, right?
Partially because it feels like a waste.
I feel that too. Well, we're into the stretch now where there's a lot of PLEs that are pretty close together.
Yeah.
Like, we had one the first of the month. We just had one Saturday.
Yeah.
We're going to have another one, 2 weeks from now? Clash at the Castle.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on after that, because I don't think SummerSlam is until August.
It's SummerSlam until like later.
Yeah, I think that's in August. So I don't. So this is the part in the season where you get all the pay-per-views really close together. So you don't have a lot of time to build stories, but at the same time, if you only got 2 weeks between pay-per-views, you got enough time to put some of the other people on that you didn't put on this one.
Well, I feel like in real time too, then do what you used to do before. You throw in a match that you know will love. Like, even if it has no story on the pay-per-view, just because you know we'll love it.
Well, oh, you mean like all the matches with Cody Rhodes up until this point?
Yeah.
Because Cody didn't have any feuds because they didn't set it up right. See, they got the other belt set up already with Damian Priest. That's something else I wanted to talk about a little bit later, about the Damian Priest and the belt. And you have to remind me to get to this, because I saw this the other day and I didn't know what to make of it. And I'm just remind me of that, and sure. I'll bring it back up later. So, what do you think, SmackDown?
One of the only things worth noting is the return of Kevin Owens, my favorite, but nothing really too crazy.
Nah, they're not gonna do too much before the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
and
that low-key messed up my pay-per-view prediction. Of course, I wanted a returning Kevin Owens to come out and stop the bloodline to keep Randy from winning, but whatever.
instead of having returning Kevin Owens, I think you may have another departing superstar, which we will get to later. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, King of the Ring, man, 5 matches. Overall, I think the matches were good.
I enjoyed them all. They were all like good. So I guess
What'd you think of the triple threat?
the triple threat. Let me see. That was Chad Gable Stevenson.
Don't ever mention his name here again. Just don't.
Chad Gable, Bronson Reed.
Big Bronson Reed.
Big Bronson Reed, Little Bronson Reed. He only comes in one size. There's no little
There's
Bronson.
no little Bronson
So
Reed.
if you just say Bronson Reed, that's instantly you know who I mean.
Yeah.
He's only in one.
His finishing move is literally called the tsunami. Kyrie Sane cannot pull that off. I'm sorry. She can't. She'd be like, splash.
Because Bronson Reed is like 3 of me.
He's so big boy. So what'd you think of that match?
I really enjoyed it actually. I thought it was good. I loved the angle with Otis.
Him and Otis, yeah.
And Chad. That was going well. I liked he ended up hitting Chad and causing him the belt. And partially because that's the old school storytelling. That's old school classic storytelling at its finest.
Yeah, I kind of knew that was gonna happen.
And he couldn't look at him. Not only actually no. Not only did you know it was gonna happen, you called it while we were watching it. You was like,
yeah, I do.
He was like, "You gonna hit it?" I was like, "He ain't gonna hit it." And
I'm
you was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Oh, he got wrecked."
Sam's gonna duck, dude. I already know. He's gonna pull a James special. He gonna duck. Bam! He's gonna get hit. I already knew it.
Ask about.
But overall, though, I thought that was a good match. I'm not, and you know me, and I have let this be known. I am not a fan of triple threat matches.
Yeah.
But as far as triple threat matches go, this is one of the better ones that I've seen.
It was really good. You didn't have a ton of people disappearing for long periods of time.
Yeah, I didn't.
You had good back and forth with everybody. People were getting wrecked. Like, it was actually great. Like, of course, the ring work was going to be great because of those involved. So,
okay, now let me ask you this: who do you think came out looking the best out of the 3 of those competitors?
I personally think Otis.
But Otis wasn't in the match, though.
No, he wasn't. But
I mean, of the people who were in the match.
I mean, technically, like, in real time, I feel like some people underestimate those 3 guys anyway.
Well, I don't. I think they're all immensely talented. We know what Chad's got. I will be honest with you. I was impressed with Bronson Reed. I really was. His work in this match was really good, I thought.
Well, I wasn't. It was just a regular day in the life of Bronson Reed for me because I already know. I'm already on the Bronson Reed train. I already know.
You're on the Bronson Reed train too.
Yeah, I was already knowing. I'm like,
all right,
Bronson Reed is that guy. Like,
he is that guy.
Like, people are trying to play with him like, oh, he's just big. No, he's that guy. He's got great wrestling skills.
He's insane, and he's Samoan. So, of course, he's athletic.
Right.
That's what would happen if he were Samoan.
That's like the ultimate cheat code.
Yes, being Samoan is the ultimate cheat code. And apparently, that's what we had on this pay-per-view.
Right. Even if you're not good at wrestling, at least that gives you a +10, and he actually is. So
yeah. You got a couple of boosts slotted if you're Samoan.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I thought, like I said, as far as triple threat matches go, it's definitely one of the better ones I've seen. I didn't really. It's more like I knew what to expect from Sammy. I knew what to expect from Chad, and I still think Chad needs to have that belt at some point.
Oh, for sure. Well, all right. Maybe I'm just was being naive, but I believe he was gonna get it too. I believe that he was gonna get it now.
Once they put him in the triple threat match, I knew he wouldn't.
Well, I was thinking
I
that,
was hoping they were going to have a solo. They were going to have a 1v1, if you will,
right.
and I thought there was going to be a contest for the ages, Daddy.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. And once I saw that it was a triple threat, I was like, yeah, Sammy's going to retain. And I don't know how long they plan on letting Sammy keep this belt. I
Yeah.
mean, he'll probably come out of Clash at the Castle. I'm not even sure he's defending it
Right,
because he
right.
just defended it. So I don't understand what that's about. Because, like I said, all the pay per views are really close together now. We're getting 3 in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And we had toward the end of the year, I think you got the last month of the year with none.
Right, right.
So, but yeah, that was a pretty good match. And I was really surprised with what I saw. All right, you had Liv Becky.
Oh,
We,
well,
we called it.
yeah, but first, we do need to talk about her looking like she needs to go back to cater.
Oh, Beck's outfit.
Yeah, we do need to talk about her coming out there looking like a butler.
But it was a one piece though. It wasn't like a jacket and like pants. It was like a one piece, and I didn't feel like she should have been wrestling. I feel like she should have been serving me drinks.
Right? I was like, she looked like she worked in catering, but the pants were like bell bottoms though, and they flared out at the bottom, which made me even more confused. I was like, what are you wearing? Like, you can only be married to Seth Rollins wearing that. There was no one else.
Yeah, that's definitely right. That's definitely right. You can only be married to that. Yeah, you can't.
Because
Nobody else wears that type of stuff.
I was like, I do want to talk about whatever it is you're wearing. Like, I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, and then Liv came out with her Michael Jackson attire on.
Right, right.
Yeah, so you know you're gonna lose if you come out with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And Mike, Butler not gonna beat Michael Jackson. That's just not how that's gonna go.
Right.
It's just not.
And I don't know. I kind of enjoyed the kind of like different offense in that match. Honestly, I did.
Yeah, I don't know if I could get used to that or not. That one threw me a little bit, and I don't know what to think. Like I wasn't like I don't know. I don't know if it was a good match, but I don't know if I was into the. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say something was off because it wasn't off. It was just different. I'll just say that. I'll just say it was
Well,
different. I didn't know what to think of.
I partially loved it just because it was different. It wasn't something that you would turn on Raw or SmackDown or any other premium live event and just see. It was something special, kind of.
Well, we kind of thought they would. I mean, we know at this point we know what Liv's got,
Oh, for sure.
and I hate to say it, but Liv is pretty good at being a heel.
Oh yeah.
I mean, granted, it's a revenge tour, and only a heel is going to have a revenge tour, of course.
Right.
But she's pretty good at being a heel.
I know she really thinks she's Harley Quinn.
I'm liking it. No, that's a lesser bliss. But yeah, I'm really liking this angle with Liv though.
See, I do too.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot.
And then the interference by Dom. How do we feel about that?
Like, whose side was he really on? Was he on Becky's? Was he actually on Liv's?
Was he trying to sell it? Like, was he trying to sell him being on Becky's side, even though he was really trying to help Liv?
I don't know. I see what they're doing. I like it. I like the little intrigue there. And then you see Becky going off on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, so I guess that's the narrative they're trying to come up with. I don't know. Overall, I like the match though. They did some good work, and like I said, I called it. Liv was gonna win because it is time for Becky to go. So you have big time Bex, and now you have bye bye Bex because it is time for her to go bye bye.
Oh, that's good for her.
Well, her contract, if I make no mistake, expires tomorrow.
Oh wow. I don't think I realized that.
Yeah, it expires tomorrow, so she's out.
That's why she was talking about that rematch clause, because it had to happen as quick as
It
possible.
had to happen, and she had to go. Yeah, her deal is up, dude, and she's going home and spend some time with Big Rollins and Little Rollins.
Well, good for them. They're gonna hang out together and everything.
Apparently, she's gonna be going a while. The last I heard was she's gonna be going a quote unquote long time. I don't know what that means, and like I heard Jericho talking about he doesn't know whether or not she's coming to AEW, but he's glad he's glad she's got somewhere else to go. I'm like, shut up, Jericho. We don't want to talk to you anymore.
Well, good for her, man. If she gets time off, what I always say, we're wrestling fans. We'll be here when you get back.
Hey, indeed, you are true, sir.
We're wrestling fans. We'll be here when you get back.
No true words have ever been. Yeah, because where we go,
right?
We have no lives. We're wrestling geeks. Yeah. That's what we do.
Like in real time, take as much time off as you want and need, and definitely deserve. Like,
yeah, we know what you're doing.
Like, we'll be here when you get
I'm
back.
good with it. Yeah, that's kind of cool though. I mean, I understand what's going on. All right, so
it is kind of cool nowadays. You can actually have days off in wrestling.
Yeah, I think because back when Tripp said he wrestled 330 some days out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of days. And I don't know.
I heard Batista say the same thing.
Yeah. That's
he's like days off. You didn't have days off. He's like, what's a day off?
Yeah, they don't.
He's like, and even if you weren't wrestling, you were on the road to the next show, which means it's still not a day off.
Yeah, you drive to the place, you go to the gym, you work out, and then you go wrestle. That's what they were doing. Okay. Gunther.
Yeah.
Randy. Shoulder not down.
It didn't go like I wanted it to. They screwed up my returning Kevin Owens angle before. That automatically made me a little bit tight and kind of also threw me and also kind of tipped me off that Randy wasn't going to win. Because if he has returning Kevin Owens, he'll win. But if he doesn't, he's going to lose.
Yeah.
Until he doesn't actually lose, but y'all just want to do what y'all want to do nowadays.
Yeah, right? They're going to do what they want to do. They're not going to...
So I guess technically Randy still hasn't lost since he's been back?
Yeah.
Even though he did, but...
Well, now that it's out there and they've made a big deal about it, that's going to show back up.
Well,
I don't know if I'm necessarily upset about it.
I was wondering because I didn't like the way that match ended anyway. Like, me personally, I was like, the way that match ended felt janky to me. Like, and it was a great match up until that point, but the end felt janky. I was not into it. And it kind of actually made me pretty mad. So I was like, bruh, after giving me such a great match, why did you just go out like a punk? Like, no. Like, no. Like, bro, what? No.
Yeah, so Gunther's the king of the ring, which I guess we expected.
Yeah.
Now he is King General.
Yeah, King General.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Instead of Ring General.
Something like that.
He had to upgrade like Beyonce. Hey. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. I expected that because I guess Gunther's going to be... I think Gunther wants to challenge DP.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how that's going to go. Even though I think I do. I think I do.
Well, actually, I think it ended up being Gunther versus Drew.
Well, we got to get... That's one... Hold on. Yeah, hold on to that.
But then...
Hold on to that, because I'm going to get to that. And we're gonna have to talk about it. It's like... Like Machine Gun Kelly said, we got to talk about it.
Right.
But that I don't know. I'll get into it when I get into it. What do you think about the Nia Jax match?
I enjoyed it. I actually felt like it was a good showing from Lyra Valkyria. Nia's been on a tear since she's been back. Like she doing great work, immaculate work. And I know I bagged on the match heavy going in, and I was even when I was watching, I was like, "Bruh, this is not gonna be the match for me, man." And then I watched it, and I actually really enjoyed it, like a lot. And I felt kind of like a hypocrite. I'm not even gonna hold you, but I really actually enjoyed it. I felt like the end ended maybe the way it should have ended. It was good.
Well, it was going in with that move anyway.
But it was kind of abrupt. But other than that, it
was. But I think I know what happened. If you watch Nia, her hand slipped off the second rope, so she caught the Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Lyra caught the Yokozuna.
So what I'm hearing is Nia Jax's cousin.
Yeah, yes, I'm going to say it runs in the family because she definitely caught it. And for her to be back wrestling Monday night on Raw, I thought was amazing. And for Lyra to get a win, now I personally love the fact that Nia's got a title shot. I'm loving this. I am absolutely loving this. I wanted to be King of the Ring, and I wanted to ride this King of the Ring thing too for a minute.
And see,
I don't want her to just have a shot now at the next pay-per-view. I wanted to ride this thing and be queen for a minute.
I'm glad you won Queen of the Ring. I feel like Nia's never allowed to have anything. I feel like some of my favorite superstars should get something in life. Like, I love Shayna Baszler. She's not allowed to have anything.
Nah, she can't have them.
I'm like, at least Nia's getting something. At least somebody's getting something. And that's great because I don't feel like they allow Nia to have nice things. So that makes me really happy. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy in my tum tum. Honestly,
they don't allow her to have. They don't have Shayna have anything.
I know.
Come on, they get ready to break up the tag team with her and Zoe because that is Sonya's back.
That's decrepit. That's literally decrepit.
All right, and the match of the night, Cody versus Logan. Yeah. No feud, great match. Did you know that the spot from the top of the outside of the ring, that was Logan's idea?
Really?
Logan, the one where he jumped off and crushed Cody on the announcer table. Yeah. That was Logan's idea. Logan came up with that spot. He came to the WWE like a couple of years ago, actually. And he was like, I got a great idea for a spot. It's got to do with a hovering drone. And you can watch me and it'll be looking down on us as I jump off of the top rope.
That's where we keep getting that from. That's actually beautiful. And it adds to the visualization, like the visual aesthetic that you're building. It adds to that so much.
That, again, it's a Logan Paul match, so you got at least one of those spots in every match that he has.
Right.
But that spot was tremendous.
Right.
Tremendous. I love that spot. And okay, did Cody put Logan in a banned move?
I think he definitely did. That was the move on the game that is only on the game because you weren't allowed to use it.
That's the vertebraker.
Yeah, that was the vertebraker. The one
you can't use that move no more though.
I'm already knowing because I think they even tried to ban it on the indie circuit because it was kind of dangerous. And he just put him in it.
He just tried it and put him in it. And I was like, wait a minute. Hold up.
And see, something else that kind of threw me is it's not believable if you kick out after that. You got to put the vertebraker. Like any other move, if you kick out after the vertebraker, nothing is putting you down ever.
Yeah, the vertebraker.
It looks like you die.
The vertebraker was a finishing move.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a finisher. So, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a band move. It looked like a band move to me. And I was like, why have I not seen that? Nobody put anybody in that move. Damian Priest has got a crucifix powerbomb, but that's not banned because it should be. But the vertebraker?
Well, that's because the vertebraker wasn't just banned in WWE. It was banned a lot of places across wrestling. They tried to ban it on the indie circuit.
I know TNA had banned it at one time, and I don't know about AEW, but I know at one point TNA had banned it.
Well, even now,
I don't know if they reinstated it or what, but I know at one point TNA had banned it.
I know for a while the view on the vertebraker was like you could use it on the indie circuit even. You could just be independent and use it, but it was just frowned upon because it had such a bad rap. Like, it was banned so many other places that if you used it, it was just kind of like there was nothing wrong with you using it, even independently, but it was frowned upon.
Yeah.
Because it already had that much around it.
Yeah, it was little. Yeah, I was surprised to see that. But other than that, though, it was a great match.
Right?
And I mean, it's not like I expected it to be an awful match. Like, I knew that it would be a good match. I'm just sorry that Cody doesn't really have any feuds. He just has good matches.
Right.
Which I guess is fine, but not really. Because it doesn't really give you a reason to... I mean, I feel like they're episodic.
Yeah.
Like, it wraps up after the end of the pay-per-view.
It felt like, at least with Roman, you had a reason to watch. It feels
Well,
like,
you know what? You knew that Roman was going to win, and you knew how Roman was going to win. But somehow you were hoping that he wasn't going to win that way.
right.
But you knew he was. You did.
In real time, though, there was, I don't know, they need to find something for the Code Man to do.
Yeah, they do need a feud with the Code Man, but the way they set it up was that Roman was his only focus.
Yeah. Well, I did like the one little brief moment with him and Mr. RK Owens.
Yeah, that's probably coming. We'll probably see that again, probably, maybe before SummerSlam, probably afterwards.
Well, I was...
But like you say, after August, though, you're starting to get towards the end of the pay-per-view cycle. Like you you got September, October, November. You might have 3 left. I know you probably, because they took out bragging rights.
Right.
So you probably have, I don't know if you got one in December or not. You probably don't.
No, you probably don't.
So
they usually give you that whole month
that
off
one,
now.
so that one you got right around Thanksgiving, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's probably the last one of the year. And then Raw moves to Netflix.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm also assuming that the PLEs are moving to Netflix too.
Yeah, I'm thinking they'll probably pick up the whole WWE network and all that.
They're getting rid of the WWE network.
Well, they're saying they're getting rid of it, but I basically think what ends up happening is it just ends up going to Netflix, basically. Like, it'll basically just be the WWE network on Netflix.
As opposed to the WWE network on Peacock.
Yeah. I just think they're not... Yeah. But they're quote-unquote getting rid of it. That's what I think is really happening.
And I know they're not selling the DVDs anymore either.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean...
How do you feel about... this is a little bit off topic, but how do you feel about Wrestling Vault?
I have not seen it. I get it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like we're going to try to make some more money off of this stuff because we own all these tapes and nobody's seen them. Right. There's so many of they own all the NWAs, all the Jim Crockett stuff that I was raised on. They own all of that.
Well,
all the because that was part of the WCW deal, right? And they own all of that too, and they own all of this footage, and it's in a lot. And some of this stuff isn't even it's on the WWE network, but you got to go looking for it. And a lot of these people are not gonna go looking for it. They don't care.
It's they even have dark matches with all the dream matches that you wanted to see that you never saw. Yeah, but it was happening at a house show, but they have footage of it, but you're not allowed to see the footage.
Yeah, I think it would be. I mean, if you just want to sit around and watch it, I think I see the merit in it. I don't know if I'm going. To me, it's not appointment TV. I'm not going to make a special point to go watch some match that from 15 years ago between somebody that I care about and somebody else that's no longer wrestling. I'm not going to do that. Well, but if I happen upon it, I might just watch it. But I'm not going to make a special point to watch it.
Well, I was wondering though if that ends up becoming part of their new WWE network.
So it will. It totally will.
So basically, it won't really matter if you wanted to. You could go back and watch those. So I feel like that would be cool.
It totally will because, like I said, they're trying to make some money off of that back catalog they got. And that back catalog they got is huge. So why not try to make money off of it?
Right.
You own it. You might as well try to pimp it.
Factual.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what we thought it was.
Yeah.
And okay, we're a little early for this because I usually try to do this toward the end of the show. I'm doing it now. The dead level segment. These women tag team championship belts, man. I hate this. Why you only have 5 matches on the show? You mean to tell me you have 2 of the biggest superstars in your division and you're gonna put them on the pre-show? Come on, man. And now and then they talk about, the belts are cursed. The belts are cursed. No, that belts aren't cursed. It's karma because you don't treat them right. And that was a good match too. I don't understand. If you only have 5 matches, why would you put that on a pre-show? You could just stick that in there.
But like you said, those are 2. Well, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's a reason I feel like it was on the pre-show.
No, I'm not even gonna say that. I know where you're going with that. I'm not gonna say that because they do that every time the women have belts, the tag team belts. They do not value them at all.
Well,
they hot potato them or they put them in a position where the women can't shine. They either cut the time on the matches, and maybe that's why they did it. But I'm thinking if you only got 5 matches on the card, that's not gonna matter. You can put another match on the card. It's not gonna matter.
I don't think it would matter. I also think it would get more eyes on it if you're trying to re-legitimize that. And if that's part of the reason that we're not getting other tag team matches, like for any other tag team championships on our pay-per-views, then I feel like then the one you're giving us, we need to see. That needs to happen.
Yeah, don't put it on a pre-show.
Yeah.
I think about this. All right, so...
Well, see, I appreciate the fact that he might be trying to build the women's tag team belt by not having the other ones on the pay-per-view. I get
no, I do not buy that. Not for 1 minute.
Well,
if you want these belts,
that's what I thought.
Because these is because of who's got the belts. These 2 women you really trying to push. You pushing these women. Don't lie and tell me you're not. I'm not saying that this push is wrong, but you're pushing these women. So if you push them, don't put them on a pre-show. Put them where they got as many eyes on them as possible and let them show out. There's no way you can tell me that match didn't fit right along in the card with all the rest of them. No, and don't give me that nonsense about now you got a reason to watch the pre-show. I still don't have a reason to watch the pre-show. And that was one of the best matches of the night. But you still don't value the belts, and I don't understand that. Like, if you want these belts to have the prestige, then you got to put these women in positions to perform. You can't cut the time on the matches. You can't put them in places where there are no eyeballs on them. You got to put them in prime positions to succeed, and then let them do it. Because they can. They're capable of doing that. We know. We've seen it before. We've seen Bianca. We've seen Jade. We've seen them as a tag team. We know they can get it done. Why would you put them on the pre-show?
Well, in real time, we've kind of seen them start to almost bring life back to those belts a little.
Yes.
And so with that being said, like, we know they're capable. That's not the problem.
Yeah. So if you have, and it's not like they were wrestling like 2 enhancement talents.
Right. It was actually a great match.
It was a good match. It definitely was a good match. And I felt like it definitely could have went on the main show. Especially...
Definitely should have.
Yeah, it definitely should have been on the main show. Especially being you only had 5 matches on the card anyway. I could have done with one less little... And one of them less little packages and just put the match on.
Right.
You don't have to cut anybody's time. You don't have to do any of that.
Well, that's another thing, too. If you got 5 matches, somebody's time shouldn't be cut. It should be added, for real. But that's just me, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
So I definitely feel like it deserved to be there. It should have been there. It could have been there. It wasn't. I'm not into that.
That made me upset. Because
maybe I wanted to send some angry... exes to
maybe you want to get on Twitter and moan.
Yeah.
I was.
It did make me want to do that a little bit.
Yeah, because I was like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. And it wouldn't be so bad if it was somebody that we didn't care about. But you
Right?
gave the belts to this girl you've been trying to push forever. So now she's wrestling in the ring. You've been trying to push her. And this finisher, I don't even know what you call it. What is that? Ocean's 11? I don't even know what that finisher was.
Ocean's 11 Drive. Something like that.
I don't know what it was. But whoo.
The ocean tsunami around.
I don't know what it was. Something was in water and a tidal wave.
And a natural disaster.
And a natural disaster and an earthquake. And like a volcano and a geyser. I don't know what it was. But it was sweet looking though.
Right?
It was sweet.
Yeah, it was hard.
I'm like, yeah, if she get up from all of that, she better than I thought she was.
Yeah, it's over for you if you get up.
You can't.
That's like getting up from the vertebrae breaker. If you get up from that, it's over for you.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing with that.
There's nothing left that can put you away.
But I love that. But even at that though, see, because of the fact that they have this finishing move, you don't want more eyeballs on it?
Just off that, because this finishing move is, and it looks beautiful, but it looks crazy. You're like, bro, there's no way like the crap you just do.
Exactly.
Like, I watched it. I'm like, bro, like, I still don't know what happened. Like, what the crap? I was kind of like, and the thing is with those two superstars, you have the potential to be baffled, like, every time you watch it. So, I don't understand where the disconnect is. I don't understand why they're not allowed more. All of these things are kind of clownish to me.
Very clownish. Very clownish. So I don't know what's going to happen with the women's tag team belts. Like I said, I like those two with it. I think they could go a long ways, but y'all got to do a little bit better than that. You got to do better than that, Pop. You got to do better than that, Papa H. We can't do this like this. I don't know why. Yeah, you got to. You got to improve on that. It doesn't matter who has the belts. If you thought enough of the tag team to give them the belts, you got to do better than a pre-show boss. You just do.
Absolutely hideous.
All right. That's pretty much everything for the PLE. Because like I said, you only have 5 matches plus the pre-show. So then Raw rolls around, and we get the rematch of Becky and Liv in a cage.
Yes.
With cage.
With interference from who again?
The brown snowman.
That wasn't even the one I meant.
Yes.
I meant the other guy.
Oh, you meant Dirty Dom.
Yes.
Yeah. That's because Braun Strowman, that was like his show, wasn't it? He was all over.
He was everywhere. I loved it. Like, thank you. Like,
it was like his show. It was like, do you want a show, Braun? Sure, I have one. Yeah, okay, well, this one will be yours.
And like now he's going back to being a monster and less of a train.
Like, well, he always was a monster, but now he's actually as big as an actual train.
No, at one point he wasn't a monster; he was a literal locomotive. He was actually just a train. Like, well, his gimmick was a train. He said "choo choo." He was a train. Like,
well, he literally still is a train. Except he's a bigger train now than he was when he left.
No, now he looks like he ate a train. There's a difference.
My gosh, bro. This dude he was big when how do you be big when you leave and then you come back looking like that?
I don't know. Like it kind of reminded me of Hun from Ninja Turtles, if you know who that is. Like a little bit. I was like, why is he like, what the huh? Somebody need to make it make sense a little, but I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That cat was huge when he left, and he came back, and he was bigger. So yeah, all right. So Dirty Dom, you running around. You got Becky. She get hit in the head with the cage. Yeah, Liv come out, win the match. I don't know. I just don't know. And then at the end, Liv plants a big one on Dom. We don't know where this is going, allegedly.
Right.
So allegedly. I'm gonna just not say what I'm thinking, and and in the words of Papa H, I'm gonna just let it play out. I'm gonna let the story play out. That's what he always says. Let the story play out. But that was the main event. Yeah, that was the last match. Again, you have women that are main eventing shows. They main event Raw. So that means you have to have confidence in them, right?
Well, yeah.
And I'm not saying that this confidence is unfounded. It's definitely founded. It's definitely warranted. Them girls tore their house down in their last match. They got it in. They just got it in Saturday. They got it in again. That was a great match too.
Which is crazy to think about because that's literally days in between.
Oh, and like a couple of continents, bro.
Yeah, like
the time difference. They got it in again.
And it wasn't just a good one. It was in the words of one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. It was a banger.
It was a banger, and yeah, it definitely was a banger. Until Liv banged her head on the cage, and so then you got Dom being Dom, and I don't know where that's going.
Then he used to get ran over by Braun Strowman,
by Choo Choo.
By Choo Choo on that beat.
Yeah, Choo Choo on that beat. What do you think about the elevation of Ludwig Kaiser?
I love it. Actually, I felt like it maybe should have been happened, honestly. And I felt like it was starting to happen at first before you brought in Giovanni Vinci. And it's nothing against Giovanni Vinci. I just feel like you didn't push him or present him in a way that made him necessarily should have been there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You didn't put him in a scenario. It's just he always kind of felt like a third wheel to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it should have been Gunther and Ludwig from the beginning. And it was, but the way you put Giovanni Vinci in there, because
it was almost like he was an afterthought, though.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's going to come in and be part of Imperium, you need to have him not be an afterthought. He needs to be like, oh crap, it's Giovanni Vinci. I'm about to be out. I'm about to leave. It's Giovanni Vinci. I'm scared.
I feel that.
And like you said, the way they even presented him, it always kind of made him feel like an afterthought.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I was never a fan of Giovanni Vinci. I liked the dynamic of Kaiser and Gunther when they first came in.
Yeah.
And when Gunther would lose and Walter would chop him.
Yeah. When Ludwig would lose and
Gunther would just chop him.
Yeah, he's
chop him and he'd be like, "Arr!" Yeah, I love that dynamic. And I'm liking it. I'm liking the Ludwig thing. Because I think, like you say, I think he should have been elevated a long time ago.
There's nothing against Ludwig Kaiser. I wasn't the biggest fan. There's nothing against Giovanni Vinci. I wasn't really the biggest fan of his anyway either. But that being said, it also felt like while he was there, he was kind of just holding everybody else back. Because you didn't necessarily do anything with him that made me care. Then
they had that loser streak where they got beat up every week.
Yeah, so then it kind of just held everybody back. It felt like.
Yeah, I'm happy. I want to see Ludwig get some shine off of this because I think he can, and I know he can. I know he can because
he did it once already.
Well, you've seen him in the ring. I think this fake German accent needs to go somewhere because he keeps losing it and getting it back. But other than that, character work is great. I love it, and I think it should continue. Drew we got another excellent promo from Drew.
Yeah, he's due for at least one of those a week now.
Yeah, great, awesome. There's nothing else to be said. Now, how did you feel about the Karrion Kross and Xavier Woods angle?
Actually, I don't hate it.
I like the idea of Xavier Woods turning heel. I do not think it's going to happen.
See?
But Karrion brought up some very good points. Because everybody there was a world champ except for X.
Well, it's also, like you said, it was crossing from kayfabe into reality as well with the things he was saying, and I was
I think that this would really freshen up X's character if he turned heel.
Well,
he's already got kind of a heel flair anyway.
A little bit,
and because he's been beloved for so long, I don't think it would take much to make people hate him. Because they're going to hate the fact that he turned heel anyway
Yeah, they're
because
gonna be
he's
like,
been a face for so long.
why would you like X? You can't do this to us. You're my favorite.
Yeah.
And see, I also agree. I feel like this would be the perfect thing for him, low key. I actually love it. I feel like I might like to see a heel Xavier Woods, man.
I don't know.
He be jumping people. He just be doing whatever, and he kind of promo on you, talk bad about you and your mama.
I don't know if I like the idea of him with the Final Testament. I do like the idea of him with Karrion Kross.
See, and I was thinking about that. What if they actually, it's over for the Final Testament, and Karrion Kross and Xavier Woods become those two guys? Like,
yeah, I think that I like that. I like that.
I was thinking that, and I was like,
I like that. I like that a lot. I like it so much. I think they could be tag team champs. I like it so much.
I do. I think they would be great
because we know that Karrion has the pedigree. We know that.
Yeah,
Karrion can do all the things. We know that, and we know that we don't even have to talk about X. We know X can do the things.
He's been able to do everything for years. That's how he got to be king of the ring.
That's how he got to be king of the ring. You know.
All right. One other thing, though, I do have to bring up is how is it defending king of the ring not there?
So Zelina Vega made the same point as being queen of the ring.
See,
now she was hurt, granted, but she said she was an afterthought. But she was the queen of the ring, and she didn't get a chance to defend it, and that wasn't fair.
Yeah, because she was saying whether she was hurt or not, she wasn't going to be in it, and that's not.
Yeah, that's dumb. Why would you do that?
Yeah, because she's literally the reigning, defending,
and again, now you're doing this because now you're trying to put importance on something that you didn't have importance on.
See, and if you are trying to put importance on something you didn't have importance on. Something that would make it feel more important is like, I don't know, go back to where it started. Like, start there. Like, it's basic. Yeah. Well, it's very easy.
Yeah, she was the first queen of the ring. So, if nothing else, have her out on commentary.
At least, like,
come on.
Something.
Come on. Because you can be hurt and still be on commentary.
Yeah, something.
Come on now.
Well, even if she had a surprise entry or whatever that she endorsed for the Queen of the Ring tournament or whatever, yada, yada, yada. Like, you could even do that, and then they're going in your stead because they know you're hurt or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
kind of like proxy, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, even that could have been cool, like, but just making her feel like she doesn't exist is lame. I'm against it anyway. Especially after I've seen what Zelina can do. Her ring work has only gotten better, not worse.
This is very true.
And so I feel like I think it's goofy not having her around more anyway. That's just me. But I think she should be more big picture anyway.
Yeah, I definitely think she needs to be more big picture too, because I don't know if she's getting the opportunities that she should be getting. Now, granted, like I said, I know she was hurt, but I still think there's other things that, like I said, you can still put her out there front and center. Right. Because, like I said, you held the whole queen of the ring and you never even mentioned her.
Well, even if she has the queen, like crown the new queen of the ring or whatever, I feel like even that would make sense. Because technically it is the passing of the crown. Like, because technically you're not the king or queen anymore.
You make that a whole ceremony where the one person gives the crown to the next. I mean, I don't know.
Right. And you could make that its own thing and like.
Yeah, because all right.
That'll make it feel special.
All right, so you could set up Xavier Woods and Gunther again. Because Xavier gives it to Gunther. They, we exchange some words or some looks or something, and you keep it moving. But you might not do that match right then because we've seen that match already.
Well,
but you can bring it on down the line.
Well, you can bring it on in down the line, and then maybe he gets help from a heel Karrion Kross this time. So then maybe he wins.
Oh no, I've heard that they're not going to turn a X heel, and they probably won't.
See, I know they probably won't turn him heel, but I feel like this could be great for him. I feel like this should even be maybe what catapults him into getting a type of championship for somebody.
Yeah, I definitely think
like a world championship. Like,
well, at least a mid-card championship.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like this could even catapult him, I feel like, into a world championship.
He could definitely, yeah, because upper mid-card at the very least.
I feel like with a heel Xavier Woods, I feel like he could definitely be a world championship competitor.
Yeah, have him turn on Kofi.
Yeah.
And then, bruh. See, people will automatically hate him because they know, like, they've seen all the pictures with Cody and I mean with Kofi and Woods at the wedding and the aunts and the uncles and the godfathers, and they've seen all that.
So they each other's kids and their horn and like everything.
They know how tight they are. If he turns heel, it's beautiful. And then he starts talking about Kofi's kids and all this other, and set up Kofi kids and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Would that not be a banger?
Bro, if you gave us that, them versus each other, that would be yes.
Exactly. Sign me up. I gotta have it.
Can I sign now?
Yeah. Wherever you want me to sign, I'll sign. I don't care.
Right.
So you got Braun Breaker. He's apparently suspended.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrap that and had no control over his show. Bruh.
Imagine, couldn't be Nick Aldis?
Couldn't be Nick.
Stop playing.
No, sir. Couldn't be Nick. Not at all. Not for 1 second. That's hilarious, though. Okay.
Right.
So, also, I don't know if you saw this or not, but one of Sting's son is training to become a wrestler.
I didn't.
One of Sting's sons is training to be a wrestler. So, yeah, it is. They're you know, he wasn't really on his radar until, they had that last match when his sons were in there,
right.
dressed as the different versions of Sting. And, he wants to be a wrestler. So,
good for him. Like, get it in. Like,
hey, we got to have the pedigree of his old man. He going to be all right.
Well, I was just say, if you have half the skills, I'll say I feel like his name is definitely enough to at least get you in the door.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm Sting's kid. You might at least try him. I don't know if he's good, actually.
I don't know if he has. I saw him. I don't know if you have to say that he's Sting's kid. He looks a lot like his old man, bro. He looks a lot like Mr. Borden.
And see, if that's true, then...
Yeah, you got to give him a shot, because that means he's already got the look.
Well, that means he's got the look, but that means he's also got a little something going on with him, like a little bit of it going on. Because if he looks that much like Sting, then you see what I'm saying? Sting was that guy. So
Sting was that guy for a long time.
So with that being said, there's no way.
Yeah.
If you're anything kind of like him, it kind of makes you that guy, like in real time.
Yeah, it does. Sting was a beast. Also, they lifted the Brock ban.
I was wondering.
They lifted the Brock ban, and I don't know what that means. I don't know when it means, but they've lifted the Brock ban.
It means Royal Rumble.
Oh gosh!
Every time
he's gonna show
surprise entry.
So who is he gonna show up and beat up this time?
Everyone again.
You can't go back to Cody. Who you gonna show? Drew.
Yeah.
Brock and Drew. Do that.
I would like to actually see Brock versus Damian Priest, though.
But that's not gonna happen.
I'm already know.
Or will it? Now, one of the things I was gonna get to was, did they give the ending away? Because there is a poster that's out for June the 28th, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's got Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. And Damian has the belt.
Oh. So wait, he's going literally to Scotland and then lose? That's kind of lame.
I'm just saying, that's out there.
Yeah,
the promo poster is out there. Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. and Damien has got the belt on his shoulder, and it's like June the 28th.
Wow.
But that promo poster was out there. But of course, as everything in wrestling, card is subject to change.
Right. I would say, of course, with everything in wrestling, you got to take it with a grain of salt.
But it's out there. Just saying. I don't know if they gave it away or not, but it's out there.
But they may have known that we thought they may have given it away, and so did that to us on purpose.
They've been doing that a lot more lately. They've been playing a lot more mind games with us than Vince did.
See, I feel like now that Triple H is in control, he does that to us a lot, low-key.
Well, we were expecting to see Uncle Howdy this pay-per-view.
See, I was about to get to that.
And we didn't see Uncle Howdy.
I was expecting to get some Wyatt something, some Uncle something, some Aunt something. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't get that.
I didn't see nobody. I just saw the little...
Yeah, we didn't get them on Raw the next night. We didn't get them.
Yeah, like...
The Wyatt 6 is still out there somewhere.
All we got was the little barcode that you got to scan.
Yeah, you got the little QR code. That's what you got.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But, see, I expected it. I really did.
The way they hyped it up, they acted like that's where it was going to be at. But like they were going to just show up. And I didn't know what they were going to do. It ain't like they didn't have time to show up. But,
right.
But I didn't know what they were going to do, and they didn't, I don't know. But they didn't show up then, so I don't know when they're going to be around.
I wonder if we see them at Clash at the Castle. At this point, I don't honestly know.
I don't know. Or would they show up at SummerSlam?
I feel like SummerSlam would be a bigger...
But are you going to keep these QR codes going till August, though?
See, that's something else. I feel like if you wait too long, it'll get kind of goofy.
It's already goofy.
No, but
it started goofy. It was never going to not be goofy.
It'll be uninterestingly goofy.
It was never not going to be goofy. It was always
goofy in an uninteresting way. And I'm not...
Yeah, it's like
if you take too long, I don't...
Yeah, you can't take too long. You don't give us nothing.
Right.
Yeah, you're not giving us nothing but these crazy QR codes that take you to websites and make you do crazy stuff and spin on your head and jump back twice. Right. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, we don't care about that stuff.
I'm not Randy Orton, baby. You can't black goo me.
Oh, wow. Wow, the black goo. I'm done now. I think I'm done now. Yep, I think it's time to end the podcast because you black gooed me. If you black goo me, it's time to leave. It really is. So...
Sorry, I had to get my Seth Rollins laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad I don't have one of those jackets or the big shoe.
Well,
the big red shoe.
Is it though?
No, I need those shoes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes, I do.
I would love to see you walk to the store in those. That would be so crazy.
Bruh, I need 2 pairs of them. I need a pair of red and I need a pair of blue.
You should go down to Family Dollar and those.
Yes, I'm going to walk in with those. That's exactly what's going to happen. I think that's about everything that we had. They're not going to do it so much before the pay-per-view.
Again.
Yeah, and then it doesn't look like they're not going to do it so much on the pay-per-view. And It looks like if you really want to see anything, you got to tune into the Raw afterwards.
Yeah.
I figure this SmackDown should be pretty good. I guess that's going to be tomorrow night, I guess.
Yeah.
Since we had some logistics problems, so we're coming to you late. But we'll be up tonight, and you can listen. But we had some things go sideways. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, they haven't been doing anything on the pay-per-views. I would like to see more matches, not 20, but more than 5. I feel like 7 is a good thing. I feel like 7's a good one.
Well, even if it was 6, it would just feel like, it almost feels like if it was a pay-per-view, I feel like it would waste my time. It would waste my money. Like, I would be mad because I didn't get enough.
Yeah, if it was a pay-per-view, I think I would probably be upset. If you didn't pay for like basic Peacock and just like have it show up, I think I'd be mad.
Yeah.
I think if I had to spend like $50 on that, I'd want to crack somebody's head because it's like $10 a match. And I
Yeah.
like it, but it's not that good.
Well, it's also there's not. Yeah, that's
Yeah, $50, $60. No, I crack somebody's head. I really would, because it's definitely not worth, not for 5 matches.
yeah.
And no, definitely not. Well, anyway, I think that's about everything that we can cover for now. We will be keeping an eye on this Dom and Liv situation. Whatever this turns out to be, and we will get with you hopefully earlier part of next week. Maybe Tuesday, maybe midweek. We got to figure out what we're doing. But anyway, until we eat again, keep it pushing.